must live in Kenya with our doctors and interns. I want to implore on them that it is important for us as a nation to agree that we must live within our means. We must live within our means, fellow countrymen and women. We cannot continue to spend the money we don't have. And I am telling our friends, the doctors, that we mind about them, we value the service they give to our nation, but we must live within our means. The resources we have are only sufficient to pay 70,000 shillings for intern doctors. It is not a salary, it is a stipend for only 1 year, and then they will be employed. And we want all our doctors, all our doctor interns to be taken in, and that is why we are going to spend the resources that we have to make sure all the 1,500 plus or minus doctors, all of them are absorbed at once, and we have the resources to make sure that they are absorbed at what we have offered as government, because as a nation, we must live within our means. And we are going to have a bigger conversation as Kenyans, so that when the Bible says that a responsible father leaves an inheritance for their children, we as Kenyans, we should not leave debt to our children. We should leave an inheritance to our children. And so I am very confident that as a country, we are going to make the right decisions. And I promise you that I will always speak the truth to our nation. Because in speaking the truth to our nation, we will be free as a nation from the yoke of debt and expenditure that we cannot afford. About 10 days ago, I called the whole of government and we agreed that we must live within our means. We're going to reduce our budget from 4.2 trillion down to 3.7 trillion so that we can live within our means. You know what? The Bible says in John 8:32, you shall know the truth, and the truth will do what? Will set you free. We must be honest with ourselves. We must tell each other the truth. And the truth is, we must live within our means. We cannot continue to borrow money, to pay salaries, to borrow money, to do things. We must begin to live within our means. We are going to have a conference on the 15, 16, and 17 in Kenya so that we can discuss our wage bill as a nation. Because we are spending 1.1 trillion shillings every year to pay salaries and wages of the 2.2 trillion we collect. It is way above what we should be spending. We are spending 47%. Our wage bill is 47% of our revenues. It should be 35% according to the law. So we are way above. So we need a conversation so that those of us who earn salary must be responsible. And we can progressively reduce our wage bill so that we can free more resources to create jobs for our young people, to make sure that we can fund our health care, to fund our education, to fund our development. That is a conversation we must have as a nation. Traveling across this globe, that to tell my fellow countrymen and women that we are a special nation. We are a great nation. We are a blessed nation. Kenya is a blessed nation. I can say that with a lot of confidence. And it is our responsibility to make it greater as we work together to make this nation be the nation that we all want it to be, a greater nation that we founded. And each and every one of us has a contribution to make this nation great. We are witnessing the favor of God in our country as we journey through our journey as a nation. The farmers are doing the best they can. God has blessed us with rain. It is our intention that we grow food in Kenya and we reduce on imports to our country, because I know it's when God promises us to give us rain in season, it means that we use that rain to feed ourselves and to reduce on what we import from other countries. When I told the nation last year that we cannot sustain subsidies, many people thought I did not think correctly. But we got rid of subsidies. We instead funded our production. Today, we are seeing the fruits that we have food in our country. The prices of food items have come down. Our dollar situation has improved. Even fuel situation has improved because we have made the right decisions. I will continue the path of making the right decisions for our country, because you can never be wrong if you make the right decisions. They may not be popular, they may not be easy, but the right decisions will always prevail, and we will get our country where we want to go. Very important for us to produce enough food, to create jobs for our young people, to make sure that each one of us can go to hospital, get treated, and not sell their properties, and make sure that Kenya is a country that leaves nobody behind. So I am happy to be in this congregation this morning, and just to confirm to you that we are on course in making sure that Kenya becomes that great country that we all want it to be. Sisi wote ambao ni wakulima tufanye bidii, tukivuna mahindi tupande sunflower vile mulifanya mwaka huu, ndio tuanze kupunguza ile maneno ya kuimport edible oil na tuweze kusafiri safari moja kama wa Kenya. I am very proud of this nation. It is a great nation. It is a blessed nation.